Deep in the heart of Croatia, where ancient forests swallow the sound of the outside world, there is a place that seems to exist outside of time. Plitvice Lakes National Park. 16 terraced lakes, hundreds of waterfalls, and a landscape so impossibly beautiful that the first time most people see it, they stop mid-step, just to stare. Today, we're going in, all of it. The history, the science, the hidden corners most visitors walk right past, and everything you need to know before you go. Plitvice is Croatia's oldest and largest national park. It was established in 1949 and declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1979. One of the first natural sites in Europe to receive that designation. It sits in a limestone valley in central Croatia, roughly 2 hours south of Zagreb and 2 hours north of Split, making it perfectly positioned for a road trip stop or a dedicated visit. The park covers about 295 square kilometres, but what draws millions of visitors every year is a much more intimate area, a chain of 16 lakes connected by waterfalls, boardwalks and hiking trails, all set within dense beech and fir forest. The lakes are divided into two groups, the upper and lower lakes, each with a completely different character. The upper lakes are broader, calmer, and surrounded by open meadows and forests. The lower lakes are narrower, more dramatic, with thundering falls dropping into vivid turquoise pools. Here's the thing that makes Plitvice genuinely extraordinary from a scientific standpoint. The waterfalls and barriers that shape these lakes are alive, literally alive. The entire landscape is built from travertine, a type of porous limestone that forms when dissolved calcium carbonate in the water meets aquatic plants, particularly moss and algae. Over thousands of years, these microorganisms trap minerals and slowly, almost impossibly slowly, build up natural dams called tufa barriers. Those barriers are what create the terraced lakes. Each one is a natural dam holding back the lake above it. And here's what's remarkable. They're still growing. The travertine barriers at Plitvice grow at a rate of about 1 centimetre per year. The watercolour, that electric blue-green you see in every photograph, comes from the minerals and microorganisms in the water, combined with the angle of the light. On overcast days, the lakes run a deep jade green. On sunny afternoons, they turn nearly turquoise. The colour changes depending on the season, the weather, even the time of day. No two visits look exactly alike. The park's most famous site is Plitvice Lakes, the Great Waterfall. At 78 metres tall, it's the highest waterfall in Croatia and one of the most striking in all of Europe. A short walk leads you directly to its base, where the mist hits your face and the roar becomes almost meditative. But Plitvice Lakes is just the showstopper. Throughout the park, there are over 90 individual waterfalls at any given time, though that number shifts with the seasons. Spring snowmelt transforms quiet trickles into roaring cascades. By late summer, some smaller falls slow to a whisper. The park literally sounds different depending on when you visit. The lower lakes in particular feel like a canyon of falling water. Walking the boardwalks there, you are surrounded on all sides by falls of every size, some thundering, some silent as a veil, all feeding down into pools of impossible clarity. Beyond the water, Plitvice is one of the last strongholds of large predators in Central Europe. Brown bears live here. An estimated 50 to 60 individuals call the park home. European wolves move through the forests. Lynx have been spotted. Wild boar root through the undergrowth at dusk. The bird life is extraordinary too. Look for the kingfisher darting low over the lakes, an iridescent blue-orange streak, almost too fast to register. Great grey owls and eagle owls nest in the old-growth forest. Peregrine falcons have been recorded hunting over the canyon walls. The forest itself is old, in some areas genuinely ancient. Beech trees over 200 years old shade the trails. Fallen trunks are left to decompose naturally, becoming habitat for hundreds of species of fungi, insects and mosses. The park takes a largely hands-off approach to conservation. Nature manages itself here, and it does beautifully. If you're planning a trip, there are a few things worth knowing before you arrive. There are two main entrances. Entrance 1 for the lower lakes and entrance 2 for the upper lakes. Most visitors start at entrance 1, which puts you closest to Veliki Slap. The park provides electric boats and a panoramic train to help you move between sections without backtracking the same path twice. Book your tickets in advance. Plitvice now uses a timed entry system, and in peak summer months, June through August, the park sells out days or even weeks ahead. The earlier in the day you arrive, the better. The morning light on the water is extraordinary, and the crowds are significantly thinner before 10 a.m. The best season, in most visitors' opinion, is late April through early June or mid-September through October. Spring brings the highest waterfalls and lush green growth. Autumn turns the surrounding forest amber and red, and the contrast with the blue water is nothing short of stunning. Winter visits, when the falls partly freeze into sculptural ice formations, are becoming more popular. And for good reason. Wear comfortable waterproof shoes. The boardwalks can be slippery, and you will get mist on you near the larger falls. Bring layers. The canyon can be significantly cooler than the surrounding countryside, even on sunny days. There are places in the world that photographs simply cannot prepare you for. Plitvice is one of them. Every image you've ever seen, the turquoise pools, the cascading falls, the wooden boardwalks threading through the mist, all of it is accurate, and somehow none of it is enough. What photographs can't capture is the sound of it, the low, constant rush of water from every direction, the way it fills the air until you feel it more than hear it, the quiet underneath it all. No traffic, no city noise, just the forest and the falls and the strange, ancient process of travertine building itself, centimetre by centimetre, while you watch. Plitvice has been here for 12,000 years. It will be here long after we're gone. And the fact that we can walk through it on those narrow wooden boards suspended over crystal clear water is one of the great privileges of travelling on this planet. If you've been, you already know. If you haven't, start planning.